Good morning, brothers and sisters. Good morning, and may the grace of God be with all of us because we really need it. And I pray that all is well with you. Uh, Here we are. 2020 is almost over. Uh, what a year! This has been very interesting, to say the least. And I was thinking about it earlier today. I went back in my head in January. I didn't know the word corona, I'd never heard of it. I didn't know about social distancing, I didn't know about wearing masks and, those, all that. I didn't know, but yet we were told that we needed to do that. We were told that we needed to adapt. We were told that that's what we need to do, and we did, and we adapted rather quickly, if you ask me. And so as I was reflecting on that, I saw that prophetically speaking, that's how it's going to be when the Son of God comes, because He told us that He's coming back. We know that He's coming back. The second coming, I'm talking about. He came the first time, and He's coming the second time. My believing in Him doesn't change that. My believing in Him doesn't change or withdraw anything from His agenda, because He has an agenda. He has a schedule that He's following, and He has a plan, and the show must go on, if I can use that term. What I'm trying to say is that He's coming back. So whether I believe in Him or not doesn't change anything. And even the angels in heaven don't know when, the time and the season, but He's coming back for sure. So we need to cling to that truth and keep looking up, because He's our God. He's coming back. And as I was praying, I saw that there is a great darkness that is rising up, and this is only the beginning. I hope I'm not sounding like a prophet of gloom and doom, but things are going to be worse. What the book of Apocalypse is telling us, Revelations, we are going to see those things coming. They are going to come to pass. And the thing is, we need to know for sure who is our God. For me, I see everything through the spiritual warfare lenses. That's how I see things. I see new enemies coming in. I see new assets coming in the fight, because there is a fight. It's a war that has been raging for millennia, and that's where we are. And but more than that, I'm just sad to see that so many people are still playing. They're playing church, even though we don't gather inside of a building, a specific building. They are still playing. They are still sinning. They are still carrying on with their lives as if everything was okay. No, everything is not okay. And we need to be more serious. We need to be more, to pay attention, we need to be believers with a purpose. Believer with a reason why. Why are we doing this? Why are we believing that Jesus Christ is the Son of God? Why are we believing that He's the Redeemer, the one that was spoken, by the prophet? They announced He's coming, and He came, and He's coming back a second time. We need to be righteous. We have words that the church today doesn't use too much, or the church, the one, people behind the pulpit with the microphone preaching, and people sitting in the pews. Words such as righteousness, sin, we don't want to talk about it, because they are old-fashioned. But as it was in the time of Noah, we went back. We are coming full circle, actually. We are full circle. We went back where we were, and that's why I'm saying that it's going to be worse. And we need to know for sure who is our God and who are we serving, because I told you that I'm heavily involved in spiritual warfare, and that was given to me by God the Holy Spirit when He gave me this package, this ministry, 17 years ago. In March, it's going to be 18 years. I've been doing this. I had to acquaint myself with my box. I started unpacking it and identifying what was given to me. And spiritual warfare is a big component of it. So I was praying at 2 a.m. today. I was sitting on the floor like I usually do when I pray, because I know that I'm before the King. Maybe it's an African thing, but I humble myself before Him. And I started having a vision. It took me in my state, back in Katanga, in the state of Lualaba. The ground was opening up, like in a spinning motion, and a being was coming up. He was really black, like this remote, and he was really skinny and very strong. He had a spear and a sword, really a long sword, and he was like a giant. I don't know, I didn't see him, the whole body didn't come up, but it was just halfway, and I could see that he was really tall. And he was spinning his weapons, ready to attack. I heard people praying against him, praying and yelling, and commotions. It was really loud, like chaos, chaotic. And I looked, there were about 12 people confronting him and trying to stop him, but they could not. Although I could hear Bible verses being quoted by some of them, but they could not stop that being, and he was rising, and he was really mad and really ugly. There was nothing beautiful in him, nothing. And I was standing there, and I was like, why don't they vanquish him? There are so many, and he's just one person. And I hear the Holy Spirit told me, He said, because they don't have the truth in them. I said, the truth is here. He said, yes, they don't have the truth. They are lukewarm. They are, for some of them, into Rose Croix, they are Rosicrucian, and then yet they go in church, or they do African witchcraft or African worship, ancestor worship, and yet they go to church. It's either one or the other, but they have one foot here, one foot here, and that doesn't make you righteous. That doesn't give you the truth. So I was like, what do I do, Imadi? I asked a question, and the answer came right away. The Holy Spirit is amazing. He never ceases to amaze me. The answer came, and I heard Isaiah 54:17. Behold, I have created the silversmith that blows on the coal and produces a weapon for his work. But I have also created the destroyer, the spoiler. I've seen them, those destroyers. I'm telling you, you don't want to mess with them. I told him, I said, Holy Spirit, can you send a destroyer that is going to come and vanquish this enemy? A wind came, a wind that was really blowing the clothes, like we are in a hurricane or something like that. I've never lived anything like that. That's why I'm making this video. I just want to share, to show to you that God, the Holy Spirit, is really alive and is still here on earth with us. And that evil guy, that enemy, I didn't see the hands, but they neutralized him. They took both weapons out of his hands, and I studied him. I saw from the neck and the shoulder, someone was dismembering him very easily, as if I would give you a French baguette and you start cutting the bread. That's how it went on, very, without any effort. I mean, it was very easy, obviously, for the person doing it, but I could not see anyone, only a wind. But I did see the being doing that. And that guy was cut off, dismembered in 4 pieces. And the ground enlarged itself. They pushed. He was yelling, screaming, It reminded me of the noise that dinosaurs do in movies, the special effect. That sound that makes your belly shake. And they pushed him down in the ground, and the weapons and the dirt came back, and the street, the pavement came back, and the wind stopped. I was shaking like a baby, because the fear that noise, and seeing the scene, and just thinking of what he could have done really made me, I just prostrated myself on the floor and started praising the Lord and said, thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your word. Thank you. I'm just praising him for the victory, because that was major. That was major. That's my hometown, and that's what I saw. So why am I saying all this? Why am I sharing all this? I was able to call on him, or to touch his office, the Holy Spirit, because of righteousness. I do not have another God before him. I didn't lift my hands to another one. I gave up everything that was an idol in my life. 17 years ago, I stopped. I gave myself to him with a seriousness that is unusual. I will be the first to say so, but that victory was given to all of us, because we are the recipient of that his goodness, because of righteousness. And all those people that were praying and trying to vanquish or to fight that enemy could not do it, because they were not righteous. I'm telling you, I sat there for like another 30 minutes. I could not believe it. So righteousness makes a difference. So it pays to be righteous. It pays to be good. It pays to have clean hands. It pays to be righteous before him. Our righteousness comes from him. So I cannot be a sinner, excel in sin, and then go back and say I'm a believer, I excel in my belief. It's either one or the other. We cannot mingle both. We cannot do both. And that's what I discovered. And I'm really grateful. I'm really thankful. It was not easy, like I told you. The more we go in time, we are evolving. The more, not evolving in a new age sense, no, evolving in time, the more people are going to be evil. And I already told you about CERN in Switzerland, between Switzerland and France. That tunnel and what they are doing, the way they are blasting the atoms and all that with the Hadron Collider, they are releasing dark matter, antimatter. It's dark, I've seen it, like a black mist. And that is affecting people. Your mind, your heart, the way you treat other people, the way you relate, your human relations, it affects you and makes you evil. So we are going to, I'm just telling you, that's what I'm saying, so just receive it. We are going to see more cases of vampirism. We are going to hear about people drinking blood, people consuming flesh, people raping children. We are going to see ugly things, because darkness is rising. And so we need to counterbalance. We need to do that. I, for one, I'm standing at my post. I'm not stopping. I'm not going anywhere. I need to finish. I like to finish when I start something. So I'm going to finish. He's going to see me through this. I don't know how many years I have left on this green earth, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I've made up my mind, and that's what I wanted to share with you. Who is your Lord? Who are you calling Lord? Who are you serving? Because evil people are becoming more evil, and that's where we are. So God bless you, and that's what I wanted to share with you. And I pray that the grace and mercy will follow us all the days of our lives. Thank you very much. God bless you.